Well, hello my beautiful Capricorns, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your bonus twin flame reading. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Just so you know, I have done a love reading, a career reading and a general reading for June, and this is your bonus twin flame reading. I do not often like to do twin flame readings as there's often a lot of intense energy and some toxic cycles at play that I tend to pick up on. But here we are. I have been guided to do them at this present time. Let's get straight to your reading, my beautiful Capricorns. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can I please have the twin flame energy from my beautiful Capricorns? What do they need to know regarding their twin flame? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the cards. I believe that is my energy and not the messages that you're meant to receive. Thank you so much. You may want to fast forward these moments. I do not like to waste anyone's time, but I will not rush the messages. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding twin flame energy at this present moment in time? I also get guided to the number of, so interesting, wow. To the number of cards that come out. I get guided to the ones that I can take. So that's quite a few, and I did a pre-shuffle for you, and your twin flame is also going through quite a lot that's at this present time. In the pre-shuffle, some of these cards came out again. So healing family issues, let your friends help you, forgiving and learning, in finances and career, that figured heavily in their energy as I did a pre-shuffle. So I'm just laying them out here for you. Sorry about this. One moment, please. Okay, to start. So the first card here is "It is safe for you to love." Okay, that's the first card for your twin flame. Just to let you know, I'm using Doreen Virtue's romance angel cards to gauge your twin flame's energy in this present moment. And it says here, "Open your heart to receive and give the highest energy of all." Okay, so this person, they have a lot of trust issues for sure, and they do not give their love willingly. They're quite a closed book, this twin flame that you're dealing with here, Capricorn. And this person has closed off to you, but also to other people. They're a little bit aloof in general, this person. They hide a lot of their emotions with a cold facade, especially to people they do not know, is what they're giving me here. They're recognizing across the board, not just with you, Capricorn, as their twin flame, but across the board, they're recognizing that they are a bit of, they keep people at a distance. And actually, they're not forming solid bonds with people. They're not opening up, and they're not forming proper friendships and connections with anybody, that they're skirting on the surface of life, as it were, when it comes to knowing people or letting them know you. Okay, I feel like there is some sort of a family issue here from childhood that has damaged them in some. It's almost like if they were told, if they were crying as a child, they were told that that was unacceptable and that it was false. And so they grew up trying to hide their emotion because their guardian figure or parental figure often told them to stop being such a baby, and really kind of squashed emotion out of this child. They felt all the emotion, but they built a bit of a fort around those emotions. And one of the things that they try really hard and actually were proud of for a while is that they never really cried in front of people, that they kept all their emotions behind, almost like a poker face. Okay, but they're going through some sort of reawakening that's going on here, some sort of wake-up call, as it were, perhaps even a tower moment. They're recognizing it is safe for them to be who they are, be in authenticity and stop running away from their feelings, and that it's okay to trust someone with their heart, is what they're giving me ultimately. And also that if they open their heart a little bit, they give permission to the other person to do the same. So they're recognizing that the more they gave you, Capricorn, the more that you opened up also. And they're realizing this exchange is something that they should have done all of their life. And they sort of ran away from this connection quite quickly because you started to see the real them. Okay, you got in too deep is what they're giving me here. You got in too deep. Yeah, look at that second card, trust. Okay, so trust issues, major trust issues here. It says this situation is calling for you to have faith. Now they really want to connect to you. They recognize that you are their twin flame. That's what they're calling it. They know that there's something different about you, Capricorn, that perhaps you've known each other before. They're getting this energy. They may not necessarily call it twin flame, but they are recognizing that there are energies here that they cannot see at play. Okay, so they recognize the universe. There's some sort of fate, some sort of fated thing going on between you and them, and they cannot deny it. But they have trust issues, major trust issues. Now, what I'm getting here is that one of they came from quite a little bit of a dysfunctional family here, but there is a lot of jealousy surrounding this family dynamic. And one of the parents or guardians that brought up your twin flame may have cheated on the other, and there was dysfunction in the family because of it. I feel like hidden secrets and secrets and lies, all of this energy here, and because of that, they grew up being very distrustful of people and relationships and forming close bonds. But also this on top, the parental figure or guardian figure used to tell them, to grow up and stop being a baby, even though they were a child. They really stopped them from expressing themselves. They were stunted in emotional growth is what they're giving me. But this person that you're dealing with, this twin flame, has trust issues, major trust issues, okay? And that is filtering out into their connection with you, Capricorn. They've put you at a distance because you got too deep, and they just feel like they cannot trust the connection because it feels different from everybody else. And if you get in too deep, then there is a possibility that they can get hurt, and really badly so. Okay, so they have some things that they have to work on there, trust issues. We also have finances and career. Your twin flame is currently trying to recoup money that they've lost is what I'm getting here. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So your twin flame could be looking at trying to recoup these finances. I feel like they've lost, they're in some sort of loss at the moment, and they're not on solid ground financially. Okay, so that is what's stopping them from, they probably haven't communicated this with you because there's a pride and an ego that goes with this. But they feel like they don't have a solid offer for you because right now they don't have a solid grounding for themselves. Okay, so this person, it feels like the rug has been pulled from under them a bit financially at this present time, and they're recouping, they're recovering their losses, as it were. So they are starting to go on the up, but I really feel that there was a bit of a tower moment with regards to their finances. And we have forgiving and learning. Yeah, this person is looking back at the dysfunctional family, and they're seeing the patterns that they themselves always wanted to stay away from, but they found themselves emulating one of their parents or guardian figures. I really feel no matter how much this person has tried, they have emulated the cycle. It's almost like sins of the fathers or the mothers, but I think this sentence is sins of the fathers. They're emulating that behavior. They're stuck in a cycle. They've carried on that energy. They have not broken the pattern that they learnt in childhood. And it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. They recognize that they are not forming a solid bond with you, Capricorn, because of this trait, this cycle that they have carried from childhood. There's a lot of baggage here they're trying to release. As you can see, they're giving me ghosts of the past there, but it is more to do with their family. I really feel this, your twin flame had to look after one of their parents or guardians. They had to look after an older person who was meant to look after them. They were, your twin flame was almost like an emotional crutch for that person. because of the torment and the dysfunction that went on. There was often one parent or guardian left crying or in some sort of trauma or distress, and your twin flame always had to be there for this person and pick them up. Okay, so that's why Capricorn, your twin flame kind of runs away from any sort of real deep connection, because they associate this deep connection with sorrow. They associate a true love story. They associate love with what happened in their childhood. They may even kind of, you know, distance themselves from any idea of getting married or that sort of higher level commitment, because they feel like that just ends in tears, is what they're giving me. So there is a distancing of this person. They've got major trust issues they're trying to work through. Yeah, look, their soulmate. Okay, so they do understand and they acknowledge that you are their twin flame. It's coming up as soulmate here. This is the energy that they're trying to transmute at this present time. But it says, yes, this is your soulmate. They're well aware of the connection, the bond that you have, and they know what you have to offer, and they feel like they don't have that right now because they're getting over some trust issues. Okay, this person may even have some sort of jealous traits or obsessive traits that they really try and keep a lid on, but sometimes it just works up, it comes through because they haven't managed to address the cycle that they've grown up in. This person, they do want to come back. Okay, but there is a distance right now, and they don't really know how to break that. Okay, I feel like this person could be reaching out to others to help them in order to work through, because they know there's blocks there, but they're just standing there looking at themselves going, but how do I do this? How do I take down the patterns? How do I take down the blocks? How do I make myself more open? It's not as easy as just going to see a therapist or you know, getting advice online or any of that. They recognize how hard it is because they just don't know where to start, Capricorn. So they're a little bit, I feel like they want to do the work because they recognize that they are ruining this twin flame connection with you. They're not in balance, and they're not in a solid grounding, both on the emotional front because of their trust issues, and also they don't feel like they're good enough. Okay, they just distance themselves. There's something about crying as well. There's a real thing about crying here, both themselves and others. They just shut down and they block themselves. Whenever there's crying on the board, they just don't want to know. Okay, and this comes from someone told them, you know, don't be a baby, don't cry. I hate this word, but like you're a sissy. If you cry, this is for male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's almost like someone did not acknowledge their tears as true pain, and they were told that they were like crocodile tears, or you know, they were false emotions and things like that, and they really grew up distrusting their own emotions. This is someone who is emotionally very dysfunctional, but they want to work through it because they recognize you are their twin flame, and they don't want to damage your connection any further or damage themselves. They recognize they're actually damaging their self here. Okay, yeah, look at that, healing family issues. Okay, so definitely childhood trauma going on here. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Yeah, there is some, as you can see here, you know, there is two parents or guardian figures who are in this card, and this child there, this child is reaching out, and one parent has a hand on that child's head. There is one figure, either one parent or guardian who really relied on your twin flame very heavily to be an emotional crutch, and I feel like almost tried to pitch them against the other. I feel that the root of this was jealousy, cheating as well, you know, so there's some real trust issues here and some real heavy emotions that this person has to get over. Yeah, this child felt very alone in having to support this whole thing. So there is some deep trauma going on there that they have to acknowledge in order to cleanse themselves and heal from this, in order for them to come back fully as someone who has something solid to offer in love, balance, harmony. And yeah, look, you've got let your friends help you. Okay, so they could be reaching out, as I said right at the beginning, to people. Ask for and accept support from others. This person, as I said, they're quite, they've got a bit of a distance from people, okay? And they felt like for many years they've got it all sus. They can do this all by themselves. It's getting really cold here, so I got a breeze. That's for somebody in particular. This person felt like they were doing all well by themselves and everything. They didn't need anybody. They don't need to have any deeper connections for now or for the future. But they're recognizing that's not true now. They're recognizing they need to open up. And they just didn't want to burden anybody with their past because they feel it is a burden to them. But they're recognizing that they have to speak to somebody and they don't know who. So I feel like at the moment they are reaching out to perhaps one trusted friend, perhaps two, but not many. This person is very closed, very, but they recognize they have to, because there is no other way. This person just doesn't know how to take down the blocks. They recognize they're there because things are not working. There is a cycle here, a pattern that keeps repeating, and they want to break that chain because it's not serving you and theirs connection is what they're giving me. But they just don't know how. They're looking at themselves in the mirror. I can just see them looking in the mirror like, well, where do I start? Where's the blocks? What do I do about this? I just think about what happened in the past several times until I cry and then I let it all out and then it's over. What is it? What do I do? This person's a little bit lost. Okay, we're going to go deeper here and get the general overview energy of this person. This is the White Witch Tarot, and it's a series of major Arcana cards to get the energy of what they're going through at this present time with regards to this situation. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Thank you so much. High Priestess. Okay, Virgo energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding their twin flame energy at this present time? Their twin flames in this present moment. Again, please fast forward because I do not like to waste anyone's time here. But this person's quite closed, so it's difficult to get. Interesting. Thank you so much. Yeah, look at that. Pretty much every twin flame reading that I've done has featured the Lover's card, the Gemini card, a recognition of having met their counterpart in you. Okay, so what we have here is Virgo energy, the High Priestess. This person is starting to trust their instincts and their intuition, but they're also acknowledging that they're wondering what their inner voice is. Okay, they're starting to wake up to the fact that they have one because they just coasted. Okay, this person did not trust. They have huge trust issues completely, and that maybe their inner voice always used to say, you know, when they met you, Capricorn, this is the one, this is your twin flame, this is someone special, don't F this up. And then you got in a cycle, and they're like, their cycle and back in their head is their foundation of what it meant to be in love, or their first acknowledgement of what a love foundation was, and it's dysfunctional. So those cycles raise their heads and gnawed away at this person's insides, and they just became all up, you know, trust issues, just in a cycle of like not feeling like they're good enough, feeling like they have to have bravado, they cannot show their emotions, you know, they're doing fine by themselves. Ultimately, they're not letting you in, Capricorn, by doing that. Okay, so this person's acknowledging that. Also, they're acknowledging, so they acknowledge that you're their counterpart, but there's been some sort of trigger here regarding childhood. They're showing me, it's like, you know, a womb, the ovaries there. They're showing me that in the card. They're recognizing some sort of trigger in childhood, perhaps from their childhood, sorry. Perhaps one of their parents walked away and did not want them. It could even be a mother figure that walked, because I feel like this is a horrible thing to say, but this is what I'm getting. They feel like that their parents did not want them, that they were a mistake, that they wished they couldn't have. They feel like their parents or guardians wish that they never had them to look after. This is the energy I'm getting, okay? They're tapping into this really deep-rooted trauma. As you can see, the reason I'm saying that, they're guiding me to see this womb type figure here, ovaries, but with claws, okay? There is some sort of toxic, you know, it was not a loving womb, you know, not a loving environment that they were born to. It's very prickly, very very toxic, okay? And they feel like their presence, your twin flame feels like their presence made their parents or guardian situation worse, okay? I'm almost feeling here that the mother type figure blamed your twin flame's birth on the fact that their partner went off and cheated on somebody else or something. There is some sort of toxic dysfunction here, and your twin flame feels a lot of sadness, and you know, there's huge trust issues here. That's to go deeper would be very painful. There's a lot of trauma here, okay? But they're recognizing that you are their counterpart, and there may be some triggers here with regards to their childhood. Perhaps you either remind them or look like them, look like one of their guardians or family members, or some situation has come up that has triggered them. They're showing me that coming together with you has energized them in a way. I get a different energy from this card every time, but something in you triggered them, and the cycle started, and then they just either have removed themselves from the situation or ran away or distanced themselves immediately. It feels like they put the brakes on. If they were in a car, they did an emergency stop. I was like, what? No, get out of the car. No, not doing this. We're not taking this journey. This feels very familiar to me from my childhood. This is pain. I'm done. This is that kind of energy. But we do see that this up here, this person, your twin flame, is opening themselves up to healing. There's lots of stars there above them. So they're trying to use their intuition and trust in they've said law of attraction to me just now, but they're trusting in the mysteries of the universe, that healing will come naturally to them, they're hoping, by trusting their instincts. And they hope those inner clarity to come, and healing is what they're opening themselves up to, okay? We do also have the Hierophant card. So this person, I feel, they're definitely looking at the constitution or, traditional ideas of marriage. Okay, so this is Taurian energy. I feel like they're learning about why they have been so opposed to marriage, because this person really looks at the upbringing they had, and they were like, if that's what it means to be a married couple, I don't want it. Okay, it's that sort of structure, and no matter how much they've actually really tried to get away from being one of their parents or guardians, they've ultimately emulated the cycle. And this person is having a transformation. They are seeing things so clearly, but they're also asking themselves a lot of questions, okay? Because you're the first person, Capricorn, who's really seen them, okay? You got too deep, and you got so deep that they, for the first time, thought about settling down. For the first time, thought about marriage or a higher level commitment than they've ever thought of before, and they recognize there's something very different about you, Capricorn, that they've never met in anybody else. They're realizing now, they're kind of calling it soulmate, but it is twin flame energy, and it's so strong, this pull between you, that it's caught them off guard, okay? But it is also asking them to question themselves about what it is they want long term in terms of a relationship. This person is also seeking some sort of higher learning or teaching regarding healing, and so they could be reaching out to, they're definitely reaching out to friends, as it said there, but they could be reaching out to some sort of counseling, or counseling. That's what they're giving me, in order to heal. And they want to speak their truth, okay, about love and the grounding that they had with regards to love, which was pretty much none. Right, what they're giving me here, definitely a transformation. There's a skull right in the center. But these two keys of the kingdom, it's like unlocking love, okay? This person recognizes that you unlocked a love within them, but can you see the keys? They're super sharp on the edges there. That's what they're showing me, these sharp edges. True love comes with a price for this person, Capricorn, and your twin flame believes the price of true love is pain. Okay, that's how they're transmuting it to me, which is this person believes that to be deeply in love and to rely on another and be a counterpart in balance and harmony ultimately will lead to pain. Okay, so they're trying to get out of that energy so that they can be a more healthy heart to bring towards you. Okay, they're showing me tulips as well just now. Perhaps this person's favorite flower is tulips, or yours is, or this means rebirth. They're definitely in a cycle of rebirth here. There is an awakening, big changes happening to your person. But they're showing me tulips, two colors. One is purple or violet, it's deep purple really, and one is yellow. Okay, and as I looked at the yellow one just now, and the purple one's just behind, and I'm not sure if that's what it means, but it said sorry. Okay, this person is very sorry. They're very sad at the way things have gone. They recognize you're definitely the twin flame, and they also feel a bit angry towards their past because they wish they'd had another upbringing, and then they would have been a solid soul, they believe, with a mended heart or a full heart that could have given you the world, but they've only given you what they've got, and then they believe that that's not a lot, so they've sort of cut and run really, because you got too deep is what they keep giving me. So they recognize this partnership. They do want. Okay, so I know there's two hands there. I don't often read the card the same way, but they just given me deep down they do want a hand in marriage is what they've given me, because the Hierophant's on the board and they're showing me these two hands. Now this person is having an awakening, but their hands are just they're protecting their heart. They are definitely protecting their heart there, even though it looks like two hands coming together to hold each other. They're showing me something different, which is this person's actually putting two hands in front of their heart. They're guarding it. They do not want to be hurt. Okay, which sounds bizarre, Capricorn, because all you want to do is love them and come together and be in balance and harmony with them. But that they've got so much trust issues that they're like, I'm not ready. I can't give this away right now because I've got to heal it from other wounds. If you were to wound this heart also, that would be the end of me. This is the energy I'm getting. Ultimately as well, this person believes that they will be divinely guided back to you. They feel they're being protected in this union, and they feel like they were guided to you anyway. They may have even called you their angel, okay, because they're giving me angel. This person is my angel. So they recognize that, but they've given me a sentence which is a cliche. I don't like to use it as a cliche because it often gives people an excuse, but the cliche is we often hurt the ones we love the most. Okay, they recognize that they have hurt you in some way or pushed you away, which would ultimately have hurt you because there is a rejection there, and they're saying that they're using that sentence almost as a deflection. Okay, they recognize it's an excuse. They may have even said that to you in arguments. Well, I'm sorry for what I said, but we often hurt the ones we love the most. Well, they recognize that that is an excuse, and they are trying to work on themselves so they don't have any excuses. They want to come with some solid offer towards you. And I feel like this person, it's almost like if they were on a jittery horse, you're about to you're galloping away and you're about to come to a big fence that you're about to jump, and the horse just stops. Well, there's a word on that fence for me that just stops, and it's marriage. This person's got a big thing about that, okay? They just push it away, and they feel like your connection would be headed that way, so they had to put the brakes on, is what they're giving me, because they're trying to protect themselves. There's a lot of projection here with regards to their trust issues. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. We are going deeper. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. Oh, I'm just going to go get that because that flew across to me. 10 of Wands. This person has got a lot of baggage from childhood, okay? They have a lot of unpacking to do, okay, Capricorn? This person, they are weighed down. They can never get it out of their mind. It's always present in every friendship, relationship, you know, everything, right down to their business. They have like a poker face for business also. It's almost like someone has told them, don't let the other person see what you're thinking, don't let them in, don't let them, you know, don't trust anybody, only yourself, you know, you can't even trust me and I'm your father or I'm your mother, or, you know, it's that energy. There's a lot of toxic stuff to unpack here, and it's going to take a while. I got to be honest. This person has really been dealt a heavy, stressful number in life, okay? Yeah, from the burden has been put on them since they were young. Okay, so I really feel someone lent on them very heavily for emotional support, and they had to be the strong one in childhood, and they just carried that ever since. They feel like they wish they could have changed the situation with their parents or guardians, and they couldn't. There is a guilt there as well that they couldn't. But there's a bigger guilt, which is they feel like that they were, once they arrived in the world, that they were unwanted, and that the reason why that one of their parents had or guardians had so many problems was because of their presence. Okay, so it's a tough one to unpack, that one. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? Ooh, thank you. Yeah, unhappy childhood. There you go. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is family trouble, empty nest syndrome as well, broken marriage. So this, I'm not surprised. This person is so against long-term kind of, you know, higher level commitment relationships, because they keep saying ultimately they lead to pain. They lead to pain, and I'm done. I've had pain. I don't need any more pain. That's what this person's like, okay? That's why they have pushed you away. They ultimately, deep down, do want the happy family, want a happy relationship, but because of the blueprint they were dealt when they were younger, they just don't know how that could work, okay? But they're gaining another perspective. Look at that, Pisces energy, Hangman. And this is, you know, they're putting themselves through some sort of awakening. They're making themselves step into their parents' shoes, not only just yours, but their parents' shoes, in order to see from adult eyes where the blame lies and where blame should not lie. They're gaining a lot of wisdom, different perspective, and higher learning. There's definitely a higher learning going on here. And they're releasing themselves. They want to feel free because there's a lot, as I said, stress, exhaustion, burdens going on here. They want to feel free. They want to be able to touch the memories of their childhood with freedom, where they can see objectively where they picked up cycles that do not serve them in the present. Okay, so there is a lot of learning here, especially with that Hierophant card. There is a lot of higher learning happening. They're reaching out to friends, and as I said, you know, some sort of counseling going on here in order to gain illumination. They've done it themselves, okay? They recognize that in order to be with their twin flame, which is you, Capricorn, they want to be better. They want to change the cycle up and no longer carry those sins around with them. And they're not sins really. I mean, they're trauma, but it's almost like, you know, if your parents or whoever brought you up did not address their toxic cycles, the children often pick up, and, you know, like a sponge, those toxic cycles also, and they run with them throughout their life. It's a self-perpetuating circle. Okay, 6 of Cups, they want a reunion, okay, but they do actually want this. They want to come in like a solid human who has got their act together, that they're balanced. And you know, as you can see here, they've given me two meanings to this card. Well, actually three. The actual meaning of this card is a reunion. This person's thinking about their childhood, nostalgia, not only about their childhood, but when things were good with you, but they're thinking about their childhood innocence. Okay, they're thinking about those moments of beauty where they did feel connected to another, and it may have only been the dog or a pet. Okay, this person felt like they trusted animals way more than humans. Okay, there's huge trust issues across the board with this person, but ultimately they want to be what they never were. Okay, sorry, what they never had. They want to be what they never had. Okay, so male or female, not a gender specific reading, but if they, are a mother or a father, they want to be the best mother or father that they could ever be, because they felt they did not have that when they were growing up, and they just want a solid happiness. That's it. They want their cups to be all filled with happiness, but ultimately your Six of Cups is about emotional fulfillment and having a reunion there. Okay, so they will be back in touch for sure. If they're not in touch at the moment, they will be back in touch, because they're doing a lot of work, and they cannot let you go, Capricorn. We cannot let our twin flame energy go. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding twin flame energy? Thank you so much. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this person is picking the right path to follow and moving on from any abandonment issues, and withdrawing from anything that does not serve them. Okay, as you can see, this person, out of all the things there, they're picking a candle. They're a green candle, so peace, rebirth, illumination, spirituality. They really want growth here, this person. There are a lot of options available to them, but ultimately they're walking away from anything that they do not need in order to retreat, as it were, and grow. Okay, there's also abandonment issues. Someone walked away from this marriage, either a mother or father figure, left this child, and they were left feeling very unwanted. This person felt very unwanted. Okay, and they've carried that throughout time. So no matter how much you, Capricorn, have said, I love you, I want to be with you, I want to walk with you to the rest of eternity in this lifetime, I want to commit to you on a higher level, this person, they hear it, but they cannot accept it, because this person has huge abandonment issues. They feel like you're going to walk away, that you feel like they feel like there's going to be pain ultimately when they settle down in a relationship, and they're acknowledging that that doesn't serve them. They need to walk away from that. Eight of Pentacles. They're having patience though, patience and hard work, working on themselves. Okay, they know that once they work on their growth, that it'll take a while. You could have an earth element here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Also we've got Gemini on the board, and Virgo, Taurus, and Gemini. But they know that if they do the work, yes, it will take some time, but ultimately it will be successful for their higher good. Okay, Judgment in reverse. So this was an error in judgment. They feared change. Okay, the error in judgment was pushing you away, Capricorn. They recognized that they were in denial of their feelings, because they felt it was weak to show their feelings. And there's this thing about crying. This person has to present it's not a cold facade to the world. It is like they need to have that barrier up so that nobody gets in. Okay, they made an error of judgment in pushing you away, and they feared the change. The change was to be more open and acknowledge what's happened in their past, and to have a wake-up call that you and them walking together is the life purpose. You're meant to be together. They recognize that they were in denial of that because of their fear of changing. Okay, and by that fear of change, it means no longer being single, and going off and doing whatever it is you want to do. They think to settle down with someone in a love relationship, a solid one, is a trap, because they've got this trust. It's like an animal, okay? If they feel like they're being lured into something, and they weren't, they were just in denial, okay? You expressed yourself fully, Capricorn, and they were like, how is it so easy that Capricorn just says how they feel? How is it they can put their heart on the line like this? This has got to be a trick. This is this energy this person has. And so they just slowly back away from it, thinking this is a trick, but it's not. It's you being honest and standing in your power. But this person, your twin flame, is not in their power. They're not dealing with balance and harmony like you are, Capricorn. So they distance themselves and move back from the connection. Okay, yeah, look at that. This is the Death card in reverse. So this is a stagnation. This person is standing looking at all of these facts from their childhood, from their blocks, from the way that they dealt with you and everything. And they're standing there in inertia. They just do not know how to proceed. They're like, I can see that I've got a block. I can see I've got a problem. I can see where the problems came from. I can see all of these things. But how do I correct it? I don't know. So they're definitely reaching out to friends there, because this rebirth needs to happen, but they just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to action it, and they feel stuck there, okay? So there is a stagnation with this Death card in reverse. That is an overall energy because it's a major Arcana card here. So you've got denial, the recognition of the denial, but feeling stuck. They don't know what to do about it, okay? Four of Pentacles. What they do know, though, Four of Pentacles is in reverse. What they do know is that they need to let go of the shit, okay? They need to let go of things that they do not need, okay? In order to have long-term security. So they have to be vulnerable also. And by vulnerable, that is not translated to weak. They recognize now that if they do show their emotions, it's not weak at all. In fact, it's being vulnerable, which is opening and allowing a connection to form, a deep bond where somebody can support you with love and light, just like you can do the same for them. It is a mutual exchange of love, beauty, energy, connection, and that's all you wanted, Capricorn, and they recognize that, but they ran away from being vulnerable. Okay, they realize they need to let that energy go and be more vulnerable. It's the energy of the more that they open and share of themselves with you, the more that you will share of yourself, and you will deepen your bond even further. Even though it's a twin flame bond and that's deep already, they recognize that this is very important and they want to go deeper. Okay, King of Swords. Definitely King of Swords. So Gemini energy here. This is, they want to come forward in truth, but they're thinking about it right now. They're trying to work out what is the best way to proceed, not only with their healing, but also with, you know, getting rid of the blocks, but also how do they reapproach you and say, I was a douche. I was acting out in all of these ways, and I realized I was in a cycle that I learned from childhood. They think you're going to go, yeah, whatever, that's an excuse. And they're going to be, no, this is not an excuse. This is the way I've been, you know, nobody knows this about me. And so they're worried about the best way to approach the situation with you. But ultimately, they're becoming one with nature first and going deep within. You know, King of Swords, when they turn up, this is someone who deals on, you know, a verbal or an intellectual level, okay? Emotions, they never come to the surface. So that's what we're dealing with, someone who pushed all those emotions down and never showed them. So they're trying to work out how do they get back in touch with emotions and back in touch with nature and all that is natural about being a solid human, where, you know, you laugh, you cry, you get angry, you get frustrated, you get depressed, you know, you have a high and then you have a low. All of those things, they are wonderful, multifaceted traits as a human. But they have rejected some of this emotion because of childhood trauma, and they're just trying to reconnect to themselves. So they're just having a big, long, in-depth, it's like they're still analyzing the whole thing in order to find that emotion and release it. Okay, they do feel like they're guided and protected for sure. They also believe that they were guided to you, Capricorn. As I said at the beginning, they keep giving me they believe you are their angel. Now, male or female, not a gender-specific reading, but that's what they're giving me. Look at that, Knight of Cups, okay? This person wants to come in and give you a solid offer of love once they have recognized the truth of the situation. Okay, swords often deal with truth and speaking the truth. It's about communication and analyzing things with the mind, the intellect, processing what's happened here. And once they've done that, they want the reunion, okay? And they want to come on in here as that Knight of Cups. Now, not again, male or female. They want to appear romantic, okay? They want to give you that proposal. I feel like they want to push the boat out, as it were. They want to do the whole wining and dining and chocolates and roses, and they really want to make it up to you, ultimately, is what they're giving me. But they recognize they have to have something to offer you before they come in. And that's not in terms of finances. This person, as I said, is not on solid financial ground at this present moment in time. They're trying to recoup something I feel that they've lost. But ultimately, they want to come in with the smaller things in life in order to give you romance, okay? Things that are thoughtful, okay? This person wants to go back to basics with romance. And yeah. Like, I feel like this person has written you like a letter that maybe you'll never receive. But they've written you a letter, a handwritten letter. They don't want to do the emails. They don't want to do that. They want to reconnect to what is traditionally romantic, okay? Because they recognize the smaller things matter. Now, I also see someone doing a little ink drawing on this letter. So maybe this letter has little drawings. Maybe this person that you're dealing with, your twin flame, does this quite a lot. Little ink drawings on napkins, they're showing me, on paper, on anything, and like may leave them around your apartment or something, or give them to you. I really feel this person is writing you a letter and doing some sort of ink drawing, like doodles, to make you laugh. They want to just come back and give you their heart and tell you how they've really been feeling. Yeah, they're showing me this person's got sneakers on, like all-stars sneakers type thing, pumps. And as you can see there, they've got little angel wings on there. This person, there's something about angels that's very important for this person or for you. They definitely believe the angels are watching over them and have guided them to you. You are their angel. You are their savior type thing, okay? But they just got scared. They just said that these sneakers help them to run away. I mean, that's not a nice thing to say, but they recognize that they ran away out of fear, okay? And they're saying that these sneakers will take them right back again. They're going to face their fears so that they can come back in and connect with this twin flame energy, with you, Capricorn, and speak their truth, okay? Knight of Cups, they always come in with an offer, okay, of solid love. Okay, we are going again. They've asked for another. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Do you want that one? No. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorns? What do they need to know regarding twin flame energy? Any final messages? Thank you so much. Look at that. Ace of Wands. They want to start again, and they want to tell you how, how passionate they feel about you, how they have an urge to create a wonderful lifestyle with you, and that they messed up. Ultimately, they cannot stop thinking about you. You're always on their mind. Passion to the max, okay? You are their twin flame. As you can see, the flame is right in the center of the mind. That's all they keep thinking about, okay? They don't want to lose you, but they know they need to get rid of this baggage in order to come on through to be with you. This person, they may even be trying to connect to you psychically, but I just see this person writing and writing and writing. This person is very romantic, deep at heart, because it's something they always aspired to, but it was just squashed out of them, okay, because of adults who were also in pain. It's amazing. Hurt people really do hurt people, and they damage children, which is awful, but, we none of us came here with a guidebook, so we're all just here to learn on our journey. And this person is definitely in the learning process. They're opening the third eye as well, this person. A lot of spiritual practices going on, but they're releasing the hurt. They're saying they're releasing the hurt so they can reconnect with twin flame and their passion, okay? What they ultimately, they have strong emotion for and want to step forward. Yeah, they want to walk with you. They're saying they want to walk with you to the rest of their life. That's their journey. They know that their passionate journey is here and it's with you. Okay, so they're just giving me that. Do you want another? They want one more. Thank you so much. My beautiful Capricorns, what else do they need to know? Any final messages for my beautiful Capricorns regarding twin flame energy? Can you please guide them? Twin flame energy for my beautiful Capricorns. Any more messages you need to give my beautiful Capricorns regarding their twin flame? Thank you so much for it, guys. Going, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Two of Wands. They're just waiting for the right time. Okay, so some of you may be out there going, well, when they coming in? You know, well, I'm always waiting. Well, they are too. They're waiting twofold. They're waiting for some results. One is something to do with their finances. They're recouping, as I said, finances, but ultimately they're waiting for the right time to come towards you. Also, they want to come in and express to you that they've made a choice, that they want to step up in order to be with you, and they're going to do anything in their power to be the person that is the best for you. Okay, they want to do it for themselves as well, ultimately, because otherwise that won't work if they're doing it for another person. But they want to acknowledge that you are their angel. It's almost like you have spurred this transformation, and they recognize it had to happen, but no one ever touched them the way that you did to make them want to address all these issues. Okay, you are their angel. You got too deep, and that's why they pushed away there. But they're waiting for the right opportunity, and possibly something to do with travel, because travel plans seem to be on hold at the moment. So they're just waiting for the right opportunity to come and tell you every day. They want to tell you, but it's like they don't want to do it. They don't want to be like, hey babe, how's things, in a text. They don't want to do that. They recognize you deserve more. But they will tell you, I feel, that they've been going through this process to address childhood issues. Definitely. They're also hoping that you are still there when they come back. That's what they've given me. I hope they're still there. I hope Capricorn's still wanting me after all this time. Yeah, so they're waiting for the right moment to come in and communicate this with you. Okay. Thought they were done, but they said another. Thank you so much. You are their happiness. I'm not surprised they wanted one more. Major Arcana card, the star energy is Leo energy, but this is about happiness, a joyous outcome, success. They are hoping for a successful outcome with you. They're doing everything in their power to address all the toxic cycles so that they can step into their happiness. They can, be free of this past, this baggage. It's so interesting. The first card they start with is the Ten of Wands. So much stress, so much exhaustion, too many burdens, and the release right at the end with that Sun card. They want the ultimate happiness, which is a lifetime with you. Okay, they recognize that they need to open their heart and stop being in denial regarding the connection. They acknowledge that already. Okay, so yeah, they want to connect to you and the all higher being. They're using their intuition to connect to the universe. They really do believe that they will be guided back to you because you are their happiness, and they acknowledge the twin flame connection, that you are their happiness, but they recognize that they have not been your happiness because of the toxic cycle they've been in, and they feel a lot of shame for that. This is really weird, but okay. This is going to connect someone out there. Is your twin flame a Harry Potter fan? I'm seeing Harry Potter with that like lightning bolt Z or Z, whatever you call it, on its head. It's like it's like an electric bolt on his scar on Harry Potter's forehead there, or a Z or something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, there's Harry Potter. Maybe you have a Harry Potter joke, or maybe there is something connected to Harry Potter in some way. I have to shamefully say I've never read the books or any of that, so I don't really know. But I've seen like images for the character in the film and stuff like that. But they're showing me maybe you have some sort of joke or connection, bond you both avid fans of this Harry Potter guy. They're just giving me that as well. So that's quite precise for somebody out there. Or perhaps you both travel to somewhere to do with Harry Potter. Train station. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about there. I'm just seeing the images. So, but that's what they're giving me. Ultimately, you are their happiness, and they want to come back in a healthy heart and a healthy ego towards you. You know, getting rid of their trust issues, believing that they are enough and believing that they're good enough to have happiness. Okay, that they deserve happiness, and then they want to share it all with you, my beautiful Capricorns. Okay, they want to leave it there. I'm just going to close off the reading with an Angel Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorns? What do they need to know? Thank you so much. Okay, these are a series of advice to you, Capricorn, not to your twin flame. This is what you do in the meantime, or if you want to accept this person back, you can. We all have free will. We do not have to accept our twin flames back, especially if they are very toxic towards us. We can never get rid of the bond because it's unbreakable. We go through lifetime cycles together, but what you can do is you can choose to reject the connection and move on to someone who's more like a soulmate energy, and find love elsewhere, just so you're aware of what happens here with twin flames. Okay, so the first card we have is acceptance. Okay, Capricorn, this is for you, and it says, see yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. Okay, so in a way they're kind of asking you not to forget what this person has done to you, but in some way find a forgiveness, because that way you do not take up any karmic debt there. You are lighter and you do not hold any of the negative energy that was in this cycle. So you're letting go of anything here, acknowledging that this person was a hurt person and they hurt people just like they hurt you. Okay, Capricorn? So please see them in the eyes of the angels with love. And this situation will not bring you down or bring you any karmic debt there. Now, creative project. Okay, so if there's something you're working on at the moment, Capricorn, focus all your energy on that. I do not advocate anybody waiting for a twin flame to go through their cycle, because it could be months, it could be years, it could be weeks. They haven't given me a timeline with regards to this, incidentally. But when this person starts becoming a bit more listening to their instincts and able to speak their truth, they're coming towards you. I would say, if I was, I would say August for this, because they've given me heavy Leo energy towards the end, and also they gave me a moon cycle. They keep giving me moon cycles for these twin flames. It's bizarre, but they want to give me. You'll feel the pull of this person around about the 21st of June with that solar eclipse, because we have the sun in eclipse on that date, on the 21st of June. But ultimately this person, it feels like they won't fully speak their truth until August, is what I'm getting. But so they've given you creative project. This is for you, Capricorn. It says, your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. Okay, so Capricorn, just do you. Keep creating, keep your wonderful self active, striving for your wonderful projects and creations, and raise your vibrations there. And the love that is meant for you will gravitate towards you, because you're doing well, you feel good about yourself, and you're achieving. Okay, so keep on your prosperity path there. It says focus on service. Okay, and it says your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. Okay, so keep that wonderful connection, the giving and receiving energy, connection with the universe open, so that you can achieve your abundance and everything that is meant for you reciprocity there, and you, because you're very unique. They're showing me how unique you are, Capricorn, and your wonderful ideas, and how hard you work as well to get all of this off the ground. And it says assertiveness. Okay, Capricorn, it says this situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, so I would let this person come towards you. This person needs to show you with action that they mean business and that they have started the healing process and that they want to give you something of substance. Then you can speak your truth. Okay, make sure you keep your boundaries of truth open. Make sure you allow them to, you know, if they step over any boundaries, you let them know. You stand in your power like your wonderful self. I know you will. But just keep those boundaries high, but you know, your wonderful heart open to receive there. Okay, and acknowledge the part that you may have taken in triggering any situation. How did this situation trigger your past also, Capricorn? Because we're often a mirror of our twin flame and the wounding that the twin flame has had. Okay, often somehow connects with our own woundings. Okay, my beautiful Capricorns, I'll give you a trinket before we go. Thank you so much, great guides, guide angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorns? What do they need to know in regards to the situation? Wow. Okay, so first of all, we have, let me see if I can show you here. It's a seahorse. Okay, seahorses, they mate for life. Okay, they find their counterpart and they mate for life. So very special trinket to get there. They're also very unique and, you know, plunging the depths there. They find each other in life and in harmony and balance, they take that journey of life together. So interesting. That's how your twin flame is feeling about this connection, but they want to have something of substance in terms of their heart being healed to offer you for a pure connection. They do want this on the Lover's card, the Gemini energy there. They recognize that you are their counterpart and you are the one that they want to take the journey of life to walk through life with. Okay, they're also addressing their issues around marriage in order to find out if that's something they want to do. Perhaps you may have argued at one point about wanting to get married, and they said they bluntly did not want to get married, but they're thinking about this energy now and realizing it's all from childhood wounding. We also have a little ragdolliana kind of doll trinket there, so they're definitely showing me that there is this thing from wounding, the innocence. You know, they're thinking about back to their innocence and how it was squashed quite early. This person had a lot of their childhood robbed from them, is what they're giving me with this trinket. And they want to find that innocence again. Yeah, they're looking at their childhood and realizing if it had gone a different way, they would be a totally different person. Okay, so this also, they're showing me with this, they want to come back in innocence. It's almost like they want to find their innocence and come back and live an innocent, wonderful connection with you. They definitely giving me reunion with this little doll as well. Okay. Also, is there a Harry Potter doll? Maybe you've gifted this person a Harry Potter doll, because they're showing me that Harry Potter image again with his forehead, a lightning bolt. Maybe it's something to do with magic. Maybe they say, you know, they're saying that you're magic, or there is some magical connection between you. I don't know if Harry Potter has a love interest, because I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but anyway, either way, they're showing me a loss of innocence with this doll. Okay, and they're hoping that you will understand when they come in to communicate that with you. Where would you like this? Okay, they actually want this on your card, which is acceptance. So they're asking me to ask you also where the triggers may lay for you, Capricorn. How did this person trigger you with regards to your childhood also? But also this acceptance. When this person comes in and tells you what's been happening, you do not need to accept it. You do not need to forget what they did to you. But if you could see them, as they said, through the eyes of the angels, see it with love, you can let go of things easier if you let it go with love and light, and you you leave lighter and with no baggage, okay, or no karmic debt there. Okay, they want to leave it there. That was quite complex, my beautiful Capricorns. I hope some of this resonated for some of you out there. If it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. It's completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message, and it lets me know that you resonated with the reading, which is very important for me. Okay, my beautiful Capricorns, good luck with this situation. Love and light.